Hey everyone! So tonight we are doing something that it's been a minute since we've been there, but we're going to dinner at one of our favorite spots. We've been there a few times. Okay, so we've been there a few times and we made some good memories there, but the last time we went, we had kind of an off night.
We did have an off night, and every single time we see this reservation available, we recall that one off night and make that judgment.
Tonight we are going to Flying Fish at the Boardwalk. Yeah, so what happened last time, we were seated like right next to the kitchen, and it was hot. It was really hot.
The stove was right there. It was a toasty day. And it's a little warm on top of it.
Very hot.
The food was kind of a miss. It was kind of just like, it wasn't bad, it was just average, and we always had exceptional experience at Flying Fish.
Right.
So that combination just made us look at that reservation every time it's available and saying,
yeah, we had second thoughts.
yeah, we'll pass.
But I feel enough time has passed, so I think it's time to give it another shot. Because like I said, we've been there, like, this would be our, like, what, fourth time, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so we've had some really great moments, really great dinners there. I want to give it another shot.
So here's to Flying Fish. Taking off this time? I don't know.
Flying?
Look it.
What?
Look it. That's your car.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's that car? What's that one?
I don't know.
Do you remember what that's called?
Are you here?
Cybertruck.
But it's not a car. It's a truck.
I know, that's what I just said. It's a Cybertruck. All right, we have made it to the Boardwalk, and we're just going to walk down these stairs. This is one of the easiest restaurants to get to. Just down the stairs, and it's right there. A nice, bright, sunny day here at the Boardwalk. It's a little warm, but it's not terrible. But here we are, Flying Fish. An interesting thing I want to point out also is that here we are waiting in the lobby of Flying Fish. Flying Fish restaurant is right here. But then just right here is the entrance to Abracadabra.
Yeah, well, we just have the text that our table's ready.
Oh, perfect. Walk into our table. Man, see, isn't this like really beautiful? It's a really impressive space. And I love the bar. It's so like sophisticated looking. It almost looks a little moody.
So here we are, we sat down in the restaurant. We are in the far back room, which is good. It's not right by the oven, so we're able to have like a nice little dark corner here. I do have to appreciate the decor in this place. When you look around, you definitely have elements to see. The chandeliers are bubbles. You have fish actually flying in the ceiling as you walk through. And then they do have an open bar situation over there, which does look beautiful, Mike. So if we're ever here, sans Caleb, that might be a place we want to sit next time. So. Totally beautiful restaurant, and I'm already excited about some of these entrees because I do recall having good times here. We're going to let the past be the past.
Okay, you guys are going to be so disappointed with me because I came in here totally expecting to get some seafood. Either, I was really thinking about those scallops, but man, the filet mignon is served with the truffle risotto tonight. I don't think it was like that last time. Oh, that sounds so good. So yeah, I don't know what I should do. I was thinking scallops, but truffle risotto sounds so good.
But you've had the filet in the past, correct?
I have, yes.
Okay, and what did you have the off night?
It was the scallops.
Well, then what are we going to do?
The filet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Order what makes you happy.
Bread service has arrived, and it looks like, you know what? Oh man, as soon as I open that up, it smells so good. And then we've got some butter here. Man, look at that. So it's you can tell just by looking at it, it's very, very whipped. It's gonna spread easily, and then it's topped with some black Hawaiian sea salt. Okay, so we are rocking and rolling with this dinner.
So our winner's name is by the character, and he's living the life here. So.
Yeah, his name is Izzy, and he said we could call him Dizzy.
Yeah, because when he's done with his pitch.
He is very animated.
He is.
He has got his talk track down pat.
But he loves his job.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Very much like big smile. Everybody's getting the same exact pitch. But this is what I'm gonna like. You know, you have this personality that you look for every single time you come back. He might be the one that we want to ask for next time.
Yeah.
So Caleb always meets people like wait staff with like the same energy. Right now he's a little bit overwhelmed. He's all. But I think this is just setting the stage for a fun dinner. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Caleb and I are over here devouring this bread. The bread is fantastic, and then the butter, as you can see, it's almost gone. We're probably gonna ask for more. It is whipped so nicely, super soft. That black sea salt on top is phenomenal. I'm pretty sure we were here one time and the bread or the butter had like seaweed in it, and I really didn't like that. Yeah.
So it's a good thing they made a change. I was going to ask you what's the green herb on it, because there is an herb on the side.
He mentioned it. I want to say it was a leek, he said.
It's pretty small for a leek, but...
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I believe you.
All right.
But yeah, it's been very good. So, and there's also some herb in the bread itself.
Right.
So, I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. Mike already zoomed in on it.
Yeah, I did.
There's definitely some flavor in that. That also adds to the entire intensity of the flavor profile you have from the bread and butter here. Caleb is already asking for more.
Okay, so Steve and I, we weren't gonna vlog our cocktails because we ordered off menu because nothing really like stood out to us. So I went with my classic Hendrick's martini. Steve went with his Nolitz martini, but we just took we got blue cheese olives.
Yes.
These are killer.
That's what's
these are
making these
so
martinis.
good.
And like, for me, like they had old fashioned on the menu, but I knew I was gonna go seafood. I knew I was gonna go light and refreshing. Old fashioned doesn't really, it should complement, I guess, but I wanted something light and crisp, and this is doing it. But this blue cheese, they must make this in-house. It is light, refreshing, pungent, which I know Mike is not a huge fan of blue cheese, but when it's served at a martini,
yeah, when it's in a martini olive, oh man, this is great.
So yeah, cheers.
Appetizers have arrived, and we decided to get two since we're gonna share. Steve and I are gonna do this family style. So we went with
This is the pork belly with braised peaches, and it's marinated in a bourbon glaze as well.
And then here we've got the shrimp cocktail.
So this is their version of a cocktail sauce. So I forget what they actually called it, but it had a little bit more spice, a little bit of a Southwest spice, which is something we should be familiar with.
All right, Caleb has requested a little bite of the shrimp cocktail. He does like shrimp, so we'll let him taste this for us.
Well, he's eating a cherry right now. All right, no sauce?
No sauce? All right, so we will let Caleb taste this for us and let us know his thoughts. Here we go. What do you think? We're waiting. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a down? It's a thumbs down? Okay, hey. You can't win them all, right? Okay, I had to grab the camera again because now he wants to try it with the sauce. So, all right, okay, here we go. Sauce time. Oh, that was, think about it. That was really fast. Oh, it's spicy? Okay, well you got a little bit?
Like 1 drop of spice.
1 drop of spice?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 time.
Was it good spice up?
But did it taste better with the sauce? Kind of. Okay, cool. All right.
Thank you for trying.
Thank you. Okay, you guys know me. I don't like seafood, but I tried a bite with. I did the Caleb. I did it without sauce and with sauce. I have to say, this is very, very good. Either way. The sauce does have a little bit of a kick to it, which is nice.
Right.
But yeah, this is really good. Very fresh.
What I love about a big shrimp cocktail is when it's got crisp and it doesn't have like that mushy flavor to it. This is like, it's almost like it's cooked, but it's not. So I know this is what Mike is all about, right? So it's actually, I'm sorry, it is cooked. What am I thinking? It is cooked, but it's chilled.
Yeah.
So it's cooked perfectly. And I like the flavors as it's actually presented. This is a different cocktail sauce, like I said. It's adding a whole different flavor to it, which I appreciate. And so I asked Mike to go in for the pork belly, so here we go.
Oh, wow. Very
pork tender.
Very
Sounds
tender.
good.
Okay, here we go. Wow. That is very, very good. A lot of flavor that kind of develops as you chew. A nice, right off the bat, I got a nice crusting off that, and then the interior, as you saw, is almost like pork tender. A lot of good flavor in there. A little, not quite smoky, but kind of like that bourbon sweet sauce.
So yeah, it's a maple bourbon like glaze.
Yeah,
so
I definitely get it.
All right, perfect.
It is good. All right, Steve's going in for that pork belly. Oh, you're gonna get some of that accoutrement. Okay, it might be a little bit of a different flavor profile then.
Well, I'll try it on my own, but why don't do this? This pork belly, oh my goodness.
It's good.
It's good. Yeah, with the slaw, you're getting like this elevated like barbecue. Like
Okay, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Put this on a sandwich, I'm gonna have it. Wow, this is really good. I'm excited to try the peaches as well to see if that does anything, but hands down, between the two, pork belly is the way to go. It's a savory option. This is much more light, refreshing, crisp, but the pork belly is like, it's showing off the chef's talent here.
Okay, dinner has arrived, and holy moly, presentation. Just looking at this, I have absolutely no regrets. I hope when I dig in, it lives up to the aesthetic. But this is the filet mignon, and as you can see, it's served on a bed of truffled risotto. We've got some broccolini there. There is a sauce. I don't know what the sauce was exactly, but man, this looks awesome.
And for mine, I did get the sea bass, and this is delivered seared lightly on both sides with a lump crab. 1.5 pounds is what he said as well, that's actually on top of this. Some asparagus has been sauteed. All of this is in a brown butter sauce, which sounds absolutely decadent and delicious. He did say because this dish does not have any kind of starch, he recommended a starch add-on, so I did add this on. Right here is their potato pave and or potato gratin. Now, as you can see, let me see if I can focus in on here. You see all those different layers? Those layers are intricate layers of potatoes that have been cooked down, reduced over many, many hours. He described this as an amazing, amazing version of any kind of scalloped potato. It is a pave, and Mike has done this in the past. Maybe not to this many layers, but I'm very excited about trying this and sharing this with Mike as well.
Yes, as Steve mentioned, this is the potato pave, and it actually comes with the char-crusted New York strip, but our server said we could order it as a side, as Steve mentioned, because his didn't come with a starch. Okay, filet mignon. It's very good. It's not great. I will say this. It's seasoned nicely. I think it's a little more cooked than I would like. I ordered it medium rare. I think this is more on the medium, whatever the next one is after that. But it's definitely like, you can tell it's cooked on a grill. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it has like that wood flavor mesquite?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's a little dry. It does have a little bit more chew than I would like a filet mignon to have. This kind of has more of like that texture profile of a New York strip, but ultimately the flavor is good. So I would equate this, it's very similar to like the steak that I would get at California Grill.
Okay.
So with that, I have to say, Topolino's Terrace still reigns supreme as the best steak on Disney property.
Perfect.
For sure. However, the mushroom risotto, I think is fantastic. It is so creamy. I definitely get that truffle flavor. It's hot. It's got a great flavor to it. And then the broccolini has like a nice little smoky flavor to it. All together, like if I cut a piece of steak and add a little bit of risotto to it, we're perfect. But it's not my favorite steak, but it's actually a pretty decent dinner.
And as stated, I did order the sea bass, and all the flavors are absolutely phenomenal. The sea bass is cooked perfectly. It's got a great crisp on the outside. The all-star here is really the brown butter sauce. I ordered because I love brown butter on a fish. It's so good. Not to say the pave is not a good thing. Pave is good, it's crispy, but really the entree on its own doesn't need the pave. It was just a nice add-on that the entire table was able to enjoy.
Okay, this is the kids' dessert. Check this out. Look how fancy it is. That looks good, man. It's a kid's s'mores. That looks awesome, bud. I would assume so. This is such a cute dessert. So our server described, we've got crushed graham cracker here to create sand. We've got some candy seashells. This like molded chocolate piece to look like the fisherman's net. And then yeah, ultimately it's a kid's s'mores. It's pretty fancy. All right. Dinner is complete. We did order a dessert to go. We got the strawberry cake to go because we need to get back so that Caleb can get to bed.
Yeah.
But we're probably gonna stay up for a little bit later, so.
Of course.
All right, and with that, we are done with another night at Flying Fish, and this one was very successful. So we are walking along the boardwalk right now just to kind of walk off dinner. We decided to hit up the general store. So as you can see, this is the kind of shop where they have here in the hotels where you can get all your little sundries. I mean, obviously, right here we got some snacks and stuff. You can get that Disney mug to take home at the last minute. So as I mentioned, we're at the boardwalk. So they've got all this like boardwalk specific gear, which I love. We've got like the boardwalk lounge flies. We've got some tumblers here. This is cool. This is a, corksicle, boardwalk corksicle. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's abracadabra. This is cool. An abracadabra martini glass. It is $19.99. Okay, that is really cool. And then over here we've got some more kind of like high-end kind of stuff, kind of the things you'd see in the Grand Floridian stores. We've got some Tommy Bahama shirts, got some Vineyard Vines. Okay, this I have to admit, I keep looking at this. This is really cool, but I found the problem. It is hand wash only, and I was kind of thinking that because you can just kind of feel this part, and it's like, I'm not good with hand wash stuff. I just want to throw it in my dishwasher, so I think it's going to be a no for me. It is cool though. And heading back out onto the boardwalk, I think we saw some fireworks shooting up a second ago. All right, and that concludes our dinner at Flying Fish.
So I think they have redeemed themselves.
I think so too, yeah.
Yes. So we'll definitely look forward to going back to Flying Fish again. Everything was fantastic. The food was on point. Mm-hmm. We already talked about the service. The service was over the top.
Oh my gosh, he was amazing.
But even when Caleb was very tired, very sleepy, he reanimated Caleb with the dessert that he brought out. So right now, we're very happy, very full, and looking forward to our next trip to Flying Fish.
For sure. As I mentioned, my steak wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst steak I've ever had. I do feel that Topolino's Terrace is the best steak on Disney property, but this was far superior from the shrimp cocktail, the pork belly, the cocktails, everything we had tonight completely outdid like the last time we were there.
Yeah, the overall experience altogether is pretty good. Having said that, your steak was rough, which we talked about, but all the sides that you had on your plate really made it come together.
For sure. Well, let us know in the comments below if you are going to check out Flying Fish and how your experience was. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And from our magic family to yours, enjoy.